Okay, let's get into scripting and how to script your manifestations. Scripting is going to be a key in 2026. And now we're into the second half. And if you're seeing this in a year from now, then you're still going to use this information because scripting is the ideal way for your subconscious to realize what is going on, what the North Star is, and what it is that you want to bring into being. Okay, there's four powerful reasons and ways for you to script. One, you want to script so you know what to focus on. You can't just leave it up here in your brain. When you leave it up here in your brain, and you may, continuously affirm things, which can work, but when you write it down and you visually see it, that puts it subconsciously in your brain. Have you ever seen like something on TV before and then you actually manifest seeing that again in your real life? That's because that's what the brain likes to do. It will show you that your brain is hooked up to your unknown, to source, to God. Okay, that is what is triggering you to focus on the things you need to focus. So when you script, you focus. You focus. Second reason you want to script is because it gives you precise intentions. So if you want to manifest $5,000 a day, if you want to manifest a $20,000 a month, if you want to manifest supreme health, if you want to manifest your ideal person, you want to do that with intentions. So write down exactly how much you want to make, how you even see yourself making that. Maybe you say, I am Stacy Brown and I am manifesting $50,000 months because I am. That's what I'm calling in right now. So you want to write that down, write it in present tense. And even though people say don't be specific about it, I like being specific. The more specific I am about things and like the source I wanted to come through, the more it does come through that source. You can control that. Like if that's because when you scripting things and you're writing it down and you look at it, you are going to be programmed into that direction. Now if you don't know how you want it to come in, you can say through a source of my unknowing, for the best of all, for the highest and greatest of all, so that way it doesn't harm anyone. But you, if you know where you want it to come from, I would script that and be precise about it. Be very precise about it. It gives you that precise intention. The third thing is it keeps you on a trajectory of knowing what is for you and what is not for you. So if you're trying to manifest good health and you wrote down you want to lose 100 pounds and you want to lose the 100 pounds by, let's say, December 31st. Now you know if someone comes along and wants you to go out to a big splurgy dinner and you know right now you're not doing that's not on your North Star because you're going to be, it's going to be a lot of wasted calories that you end up eating that you don't want to do. When you script things, you know exactly what your North Star is. You know what's not for you. Now that's not for me. I'm not doing that this summer. I'm focused on losing this 100 and whatever pounds. And that way it keeps you focused and aligned. The fourth thing is when you write it, and I'm not talking about typing it in your notes, write it, get a regular notebook and write it and journal it. It is a soothing mechanism. It soothes it into your subconscious where it just stays. And each time you see it, you're programming yourself. You are programming yourself and it keeps you anchored to your goals. There's some kind of like magic about when you script things and you write it down. It does come to be more. But if you keep, how many times have you had an idea about something, you forgot about it, and then maybe you've seen it manifest in somebody else's life and you thought to yourself, why didn't I do that? You didn't write it down. It didn't keep you on track, on target. If you're going to if you're making a recipe, what do? You're going to write down all the ingredients, right? You write down all the ingredients of the recipe to make sure that you have all the ingredients you need so you can bake whatever cake you might want to make or whatever like meal you're making. You want to do it right. So you write down all the ingredients and you make sure you make it right. You want to look at your manifestations as you're baking a cake, as you're making some like a meal, and you want all the right ingredients inside of this manifestation. And how else can you do that unless you write it down? So if you want to open up your new business or something, then you want to write down, I am opening up $1 million business, boom, boom, boom. These are the ingredients that I need in this manifestation to make it happen, and write it down. It also doesn't make you get overwhelmed, because when you see the stages and you do it in steps, like write down the key ingredients that you need inside of this manifestations, and you write it down, you'll see. So if you're manifesting a love of your life or something, you want to write down exactly what this person is. What do they look like? What are your, be precise. Because a lot of you are manifesting love, but based off of what you don't want. I don't want whatever my ex was before, so don't give me that. That's not how we manifest the love, guys. That's not what you want to do. You want to write down what you want. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Another thing, when you script, do not write what you don't want. Just only write what you want. Don't say to paper, I'm manifesting my ideal soulmate and I don't want him to be anything like my ex. Guess what you're going to manifest? Someone exactly like your ex, because you're still focused on your ex. So what you want to do is write down, I am manifesting my ideal soulmate, and they are 6 feet tall. They weigh this much pounds. They have a great job in finance, whatever it is. Be very precise. Intention. I like to manifest with intention. When I don't manifest with intention, I get all sorts of crap, because it's messy that way. The universe will give you exactly what you're focused on. And another thing, it keeps you focused. You must focus on your goal to bring in your goal. Now, if you're all loop-de-de-loo all over the place, then so shall your manifestations come in. So scripting is the ideal remedy to keep you on target, on focus. You write it down just like you used to write in your journal as a little girl or boy. Maybe not, but hey, maybe you should have. Write it. And another thing with writing too, some of you are supposed to write books. If you start scripting how you want to write your book and start writing the book yourself, there's art in scripting. Very much art. So now let's talk about the second part of this video, which is how to use candle magic with it. And I like to script what I'd like, and then I will use a candle. I'd use a candle in combination with that in order to bring in that manifestation more. And I'd use candles according to what color it is. So I have some here right now, and FYI, they're also on sale. If you do want to pick up your own, pick up one of my candles, I have them for sale right now, because these are leftover stock from what I sell in person. Because I sell these in person, but now I say, hey, it's time to unleash it onto the online community, because you guys need some of these candles as well. So I would use green for money. So what I have here is an 888 wealth frequency activation candles. I use green for money. You want to use a candle and then let it go with what it is you're trying to manifest. If you want to manifest more creativity into your life, you want to use a yellow candle. If you want to manifest more power in your life, you want to use red candles. If you want to manifest more love in your life, you want to use a pink candle. And what you want to do is charge them up with your energy. Charge it, say the intentions of what you want. Now these are for sale because they're all already activated, and I use numerology Reiki codes to activate them for you. But furthermore, whenever I do a money candle spell, what I do is write down the amount of money that I want to manifest on this candle. So that is what you would do as well. You want to write down how much you want to bring in, and then after you write down how much you want to bring in, you want to break it down into steps. So don't go put in $1 million on a candle if you're only making $20 an hour. I love using candles. Candles are great ways to set intentions, along with scripting is a perfect combination. I use these at least like every time I want to manifest a big lump sum. I would put that amount down on a candle and then break it down into individual numbers so it's not too overwhelming. So if I'm manifesting a $30,000 month or so, I'm going to break down the numbers on the candle, so along with my scripting, where I know where the source of it is coming through. Because when I focus and put intentions on stuff, it comes through a lot quicker, especially in this universal year one that we are in. Now, these are my wealth activation candles. If you like, you could pick them up. They're in the description. They're already activated and charged for you. And it's going to come with instructions on how to use it. But candles are a great way to set your intentions as well, along with manifesting with the script. And that combination is a chef's kiss when it comes to things. Now, manifest according to the color. I would use green for money. We use pink for love. And you also can use like purple for wisdom. So say you want more money and all that good stuff. you may not know how that source is going to come in. So you want more wisdom. You want to ask the universe for more wisdom for how that can come into you. So you know, and now will be lined up with the right opportunities for that source to come in. If you already have the source and you know you want it to come through something like your business or your job, then you go ahead and go straight for the money candle and get a green candle and just put money on it and activate it that way. Now, if you guys don't, new to this candle magic thing, I do have candles available on in the description for sale for money, love, and for your third eye activation to open that up more. So if you when I hit the ground running, I only have a few left in stock, so go ahead, first come, first serve. I charged them up at numerology Reiki codes to put on that to really open it up. They are amazing, and my customers and my clients have had some amazing results in person because this is how I sell them as on person, but now I'm introducing it to my online community. But guys, scripting and your candles, chef's kiss. One thing, never leave the candle burner alone. You stay with the candles, and whenever you are away from the candle, all you want to do is put something over it to out the candle. Don't blow it out because it's like blowing out your manifestations. Just cover it with something that's going to snuff out the light. Yes, you know what I'm saying. But when I tell you, this has been something that I've been using for the last 5 years or so, and it has actually changed my life. My manifestations coming quicker. And sometimes I would look back in my journals to see how maybe I journaled something back in 2022 and how I'm living that now without even realizing it. But I would never know if I never wrote it down on paper. You know what I'm saying? You won't even know your progress unless you start writing it down. Journal, write it down, script your life the way you want it to be, add a little bit of the power of the fire element to it with your candles, and boom, you're going to get exactly what you want. This is Stacy, and this is my 888 wealth activation frequency manifestation video to help you to learn how to script and use candles to bring in your manifestations. And yes, if you're like, oh, I could just think about what I want, you want to click on this video. Ciao.